Structured progression with predictability. The waterfall project management methodology is a traditional, sequential approach to project execution. It follows a linear, step-by-step process where each phase must be completed before moving on to the next. Think of it like a waterfall, where water flows through distinct stages before reaching its final destination. Here are some key characteristics of the waterfall methodology. 1. Phase-based. The project is divided into distinct phases, such as planning, design, development, testing, and deployment. Each phase has its own defined deliverables and completion criteria. 2. Sequential. Phases are completed in a specific order. Progress cannot be made on the next phase until the current phase is fully finished. 3. Rigorous planning. Upfront planning is crucial in waterfall. The entire project roadmap, with timelines, resources, and budgets, is established before any work begins. 4. Limited flexibility. Change is difficult and often costly in waterfall. Once a phase begins, altering deliverables or requirements can be challenging and potentially require backtracking. 5. Clear documentation. Waterfall emphasizes detailed documentation at each stage, ensuring a clear understanding of project requirements and progress. Benefits of waterfall methodology. 1. Predictability. The rigid structure provides a clear roadmap and timeline, facilitating planning and resource allocation. 2. Clear accountability. Defined phases and deliverables assign responsibility for different aspects of the project. 3. Thorough documentation. Extensive documentation ensures knowledge and information transfer over time. 4. Suitable for stable projects. Well-defined projects with minimal flexibility requirements can benefit from waterfall's structured approach. Drawbacks of waterfall methodology. 1. Inflexible. Adapting to changes can be cumbersome and expensive. 2. High upfront costs. Extensive planning and documentation require significant investment before development even begins. 3. Slow feedback. Errors and issues might not be discovered until later stages, leading to rework and delays. 4. Less suitable for agile environments. In fast-paced, dynamic environments, the rigidity of waterfall can hinder quick iteration and adaptation. Overall, the waterfall methodology is a well-established approach with valuable benefits, but it's important to consider its limitations and suitability for the specific project at hand. In contexts where flexibility and adaptability are crucial, agile methodologies might be a better fit. What kind of projects can be managed with waterfall project management methodology? Waterfall methodology's rigid structure makes it suitable for specific types of projects. Here are some key characteristics of projects that can potentially benefit from the waterfall approach. 1. Well-defined requirements. The project scope, goals, and deliverables should be clearly defined at the outset and remain stable throughout the lifecycle. Changes during execution can be costly and disrupt the planned sequence. 2. Predictable and low complexity. Projects with minimal uncertainty and complexity are ideal for waterfall. This allows for thorough upfront planning and reduces the need for flexibility and adaptation later. 3. Clear stages and dependencies. Projects with distinct phases with clear deliverables and dependencies between them work well with waterfall. Each phase can be completed to specific criteria before moving on to the next. 4. Stable environment. Projects in a stable environment with minimal external changes or interruptions are favorable for waterfall. External influences can disrupt the planned sequence and require costly adjustments. 5. Projects with a predictable and repeatable process. If the development process is well understood and has been successfully applied in similar projects before, the waterfall model can be a suitable choice. It is particularly useful when there is a need for a standardized and predictable approach. 6. Regulatory compliance projects. Projects that require strict adherence to regulatory compliance or industry standards may benefit from the waterfall model. The comprehensive documentation and sequential phases of the waterfall methodology provide a clear audit trail for compliance purposes. 7. Infrastructure projects. Certain infrastructure projects, such as building construction or manufacturing projects, may follow a waterfall-like approach due to the sequential and phased nature of their activities. 8. Projects with fixed budgets and timelines. If the project has a fixed budget and timeline and there is little room for flexibility, the waterfall methodology can be applied. The defined phases and timelines help in setting clear expectations for project completion. 9. Client or stakeholder preference. In some cases, clients or stakeholders may specifically request or prefer the waterfall methodology. This can happen when they are more comfortable with a traditional, plan-driven approach and have confidence in the ability to clearly define requirements up front. Examples of projects suited for waterfall. 1. Developing a hardware prototype with clearly defined specifications. 2. Creating a standard operating procedure, SOP, for a routine task. 3. Implementing a new accounting software system with predefined features. 4. Building a simple website with static content and known functionalities. However, it's important to consider the limitations of waterfall even for seemingly suitable projects. If there's any potential for 1. Significant changes in requirements or environment. 2. Unforeseen technical challenges or dependencies. 3. Need for rapid iteration and feedback. 4. Requirements for collaboration and adaptability. 5. Then you might need to consider a more flexible methodology like Agile. Ultimately, the choice of project management methodology depends on the specific project context, requirements, and priorities. Carefully evaluate the project characteristics and potential challenges before committing to waterfall to ensure it aligns with your needs and maximizes efficiency.